Okay, hello. So welcome to Module 3. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. If you're having a struggle with anything, please reach out. Okay, Module 3. So we're looking at how historical issues progress. One of the ones that I have witnessed in my lifetime, so I was in high school in the early 1990s. And I know that's probably hard to believe. I wish that was hard to believe. I know it's not. Anyway, so I was in high school in the early 1990s, and across from my high school, across the street, there was a church. And the church parking lot had this wall around the church parking lot, but on the outside of the wall, it was like hip height. And so the stoners would sit on that wall, like before school, during lunch, after school. That's where the stoners were. And there was a stigma, right? You did not want your parents or your parents' friends driving by and seeing you sitting on that wall. You were going to be grounded till the end of time. Fast forward to today, and we have medical marijuana. We have recreational marijuana in many states. Things have changed. There has been a progression of an issue. So we see that with so many things. And what that is preferences change. The perception of right and wrong evolves. Social mores, they change. They're constantly changing. And so as those change, and so we have to consider those in the study of history. So like I like to read the People magazine, or even sometimes the Inquirer. But think of it, if you were a historian or if you were building a time capsule, which is something you're going to do in Module 8, you're going to think about items for a time capsule. What's impacting the times? It's the legislation, the laws, and it's the culture. So maybe a better reflection than the People magazine and the Inquirer, maybe something like Snapchat or something. I don't know how you would put that into paper form though, like for a time capsule, but it's interesting. These things matter in the study of history. It's not rigid. It's not a name, a date, a place, a law. It's names and dates and places and laws and culture and preference and how we're changing. Look at our clothing. Clothing is different all the time, but you'll notice it kind of cycles. My mom had these wide leg black polyester slacks when I was in elementary school. And I just thought they were so embarrassing and so hideous. Well, guess what I have in my closet? Today, I have a pair of wide leg, black, I don't know if they're polyester, but they're some sort of synthetic material like that, slacks. So things cycle, and that's important to keep in mind too. But just remember, when you're looking at the study of history, it shouldn't be boring. It should be things that interest you. Maybe you're interested in family relationships. Maybe you're interested in legal history. Maybe you're interested in the history of fashion. Maybe you're interested in the history of medicine. Maybe you're interested in the history of the legalization of drugs. It's really a fascinating, every part of life, anything that you find interesting, there's historical content. And so the study of history is interesting for everybody because we are all interested in something. Okay, so also this week we're looking at witnessing, and my goodness, the advent of the cell phone, the smartphone, that has been huge. Video is amazing. Now, as we get into things like video manipulation, I don't know how that will factor. AI type videos, engineered videos, videos that have been modified, that's going to change that some, because we have to be able, when we're looking at video as proof, we need to be able to believe it, and to be able to believe it, we have to have proof of its authenticity and originality. So that might become more complex as we see that going instead of less. Or it could become better. I don't know. Okay, this week, the most important part of this video. This week, you have the Module 3 Collection of Sources assignment. In the guidelines and rubric, for whatever reason, they confusingly link two templates. They link the Module 3 Collection of Sources template, and they link the project template. This is not your project. This is you examining 3 sources that deal with the subject matter of your project. So please use the Module 3 collection of sources template. If you just use the project template, you're going to miss a ton of points because you're not going to fare well on the assignment at all, because it does not dissect the sources the way that this collection of sources assignment asks you to. So make sure that you use the Module 3 collection of sources template. All right? Okay, reach out with questions. If you have missing assignments or discussions, turn them in. Get them in. I do not penalize for late submission. You can have full credit opportunities. Reach out with questions and have a great week.